Modern Mahjong's here, and we're back with Reading Card with Modern Mahjong, this time for 2025. If you've already seen this video, you probably already know how to read the card because we're giving you tools so when the new card comes out next year, you're ready to hit the ground running. First step, after the excitement of getting your card in hand, look at all the categories or sections, whatever you call them. Read those headers. Are the headers what we have coined fixed, mixed, and flexible? And when I say we coined them, these are terms that we came up with to help players understand how much flexibility they have in making hands. Certain tiles, you have to use exactly those tiles in the hand, and others, you have more freedom to choose what tiles to use. And let's break that down. If a hand is in a fixed section, these sections require specific tiles as written on the card. Sections include any header that's a number. So that would be the year, every year, 2, 4, 6, 8, which people call even sometimes. If there's an addition or multiplication hand, which this year they're just kind of put throughout the different sections, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, which people call odd, and 3, 6, 9. So all of these are fixed sections. On the other hand, you have some flexible sections. These are sections that give players options and more freedom. These include quints, which is very flexible usually, any like numbers, which some people like to think of as any same number, and consecutive run. Finally, we have mix sections. These are sections where the hands are both fixed and flexible, a little bit of both. This includes winds and dragons and singles and pairs. When you're looking at the winds in the winds and dragons section, those winds are as written. You can't take a hand that says north-south and substitute northeast or east-west. If you see an N on the card in that section, it is a north. On the other hand, if you're in the quint section, usually the parentheses will talk about that it's any wind. Parentheses are a must read. Say that again. Parentheses are a must read. They provide clarification for what tiles can or can't be used. They can limit the hand, they can expand the hand, they can clarify the hand. And it's really helpful for you to read every one, even if it's a hand that you've seen before. So getting back to fixed sections, hands are these numbers only. So like we just said, look to see the parentheses and further explain the hand. An example in the 2025 card would be the first hand in 2468. This is back to what we know as a pung kong pattern, which is 3 of a kind, 4 of a kind, 3 of a kind, 4 of a kind. So it's either in one suit or two suits. So any one or any two. And as a reminder, just because it's green on the card doesn't mean you have to use BAM. Just because it's red doesn't mean you have to use crack. It's just telling you you need to do a suit change. This hand cannot be done in any other order or with any other numbers. So you can't do 2684 and you can't do 1379. It has to be 2468 in this pattern in either one or two suits. Let's take another example. 369 number 4. Here we have a pair of flowers, a Kong, which is 4 threes. Then in the middle, we have a single 369. And then we have a Kong of nines, and that has to match the suit of the Kong of threes. The parentheses here, any two suits. It could clarify, limit, or expand what tiles and suits can be used, but you can't use 2, 4, 6, 8 for this. You can't use 9 and 3, 3, 3, and then 9. The middle three single tiles has to be a 3, a 6, and a 9. Now let's go to flexible sections. These include tiles other than exactly written on the card. So look to see the parentheses again. I sense a theme here. They will further explain the hand and usually will give you more freedom. If there's no parentheses in the section of consecutive run, by default, it's any consecutive run. As a note, it has to start with 1. The 0 is usually not used in anything other than a year hand or the year section. Of course, there's creativity at the league, and they used it in the 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 section as a 10, but that's a whole separate thing. So in the 2025 consecutive run number 1, the parentheses say these numbers only. And the reason that parentheses is really important here is because every other hand in this section can start at any number from 1 so long as it ends the run by 9. Once again, no 0 in consecutive run. They would have to specify that you could use it in the parentheses or have a 0 on the hand. Number 7 in the consecutive run is an example of a flexible hand because there's no parentheses, so you have a lot of freedom. As the hand is written, many players assume that you have to have the first pair, that first pair being the number, and then the Kong has to match that first pair. If you read the parentheses, you see how much freedom this hand gives you. The pair is in any number. So that pair is a flexible pair that could be anywhere in that run of single tiles. So it could be 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The pair could be 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or you could start at anything up to 5, and you could do 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9. Whatever number appears twice in that first grouping is the number you have to use for the Kong, and you have to do those Kongs in 2 different suits. So you're using all 3 suits here. So this has 75 different possibilities of how to make this hand. Just some reminders overall, as general for all the cards, the colors don't indicate the suit. 1 color indicates 1 suit, 2 means you need to do a suit change, 3, another suit change. So 1 suit, 2 suit, 3 suit. Matching and opposing dragons. Usually, if a D is written in, some people say it's navy, some people say it's black, but if a D is on the card and it's just neutral, that could be any dragon, and you have to read the parentheses to see if it's limiting or expanding it. If a number is written in one color and the dragon opposes it, it's telling you, unless it says otherwise in the parentheses, that the dragon has to oppose the suit. So it's really important to notice what color the dragon is and if it says any dragon in the parentheses, because that's given a lot of players pause on some of the hands this year, such as in the Winds and Dragons number 2, it's a pair of flowers, a run 1, 2, 3, any consecutive numbers, and then it's a pair of dragons, a pung, which is 3, and a kong, which is 4. It just so happens that the Kong of Dragons is in the same suit as the 1, 2, 3, but the parentheses say any 3 dragons. So you have a lot of flexibility there. Those dragons, that Kong of Dragons does not have to be the same suit as the numbers. Speaking of this, we've started videos and we're going to put them all on YouTube, going through all of the frequently asked questions that we came up with. So go to our YouTube channel. This is where you're seeing it. And you can go to the 2025 playlist, and we're going to start keeping updating all of those videos. And it's really helpful to see it with tiles, in my opinion. So going on, as we said, parentheses, parentheses, parentheses. It's like location, location, location. Very important. When used as a 0, the white dragon's neutral and can be used with any suit. For consecutive run, if there's no parentheses, it's any number starting with 1 that can complete 1 or higher that completes the run. And just a reminder, 0 is not in a consecutive run hand. So this is what our full visual looks like when we have it in our visual companion guide for American Mahjong. This is going to be updated because there's not really rule changes, a few little tweaks and clarifications. So we're going to be updating our visual companion guide. It's going to be on Amazon shortly, and we will send out an email. Visit modernmahjong.com to subscribe to our emails if you don't get them yet, and join us on Facebook Mahjong Community. We have a group of over 60,000 players that love the game and love discussing it, and that's where we'll post when we have updates and other important information. Other things that we've posted in Mahjong Community is a download to this file. It is a learn the card cheat, not cheat sheet, but sheet where you could take one of those pens that have the little red, blue, all the different colors, and you could sit there going through the card and practice coming up with every variation of each hand. And it is a great way to come up with, I think there's 1,002 hands. So you could test yourself to see if you can come up with all the different combinations. And the other part of it is a dot challenge printout. Some people wanna keep track if they make all the hands, but they don't wanna mark up their card, so we give you a blank left panel, middle panel, and right panel, and we'll put the link in case you're not on Facebook, we'll put the link in the notes on YouTube. If you have any questions, feel free to ask us on Facebook or message us wherever you're seeing this, or send us an email. We are two friends that live in South Florida and have a curated collection of Mahjong and Canasta gifts and accessories, and we invite you to visit modernmahjong.com. If you haven't signed up yet and it's not yet April 7th when you're watching this, come join us April 7th for our live Zoom. If it's already past April 7th when you're watching this, check out our YouTube channel. We're going to upload the replay of this card class. Many of you have already heard that the league is reprinting cards on the standard card. There was an issue in the 2468 section. In the consecutive run, there was a hand in all one color, the third hand down, and it should be any three suits. So they're reprinting the cards. So rather than having lemons, let's make lemonade. If you send an email to us, modernmahjong@gmail.com, and tell us the address and location, the venue of your nonprofit, your library, your middle school, your high school group, we are going to put together, we're going to compile a list of places that people could send the cards that they don't need. If you're in South Florida, April 27th, we are hosting a card class in person along with lunch and social games. This is for players that already know how to play and want to just learn all they can about the new card. Register on our website, modernmahjong.com. Thanks for being here and listening to this. We hope this helps you learn how to read not only the 2025 card, but learn how to read all the cards going forward. Because if you have these tools, you are ready to hit the ground running when every card comes out. So if you aren't following us yet, what are you missing out on? Tag your friends, share this video. You could join us on Instagram, Facebook. We will meet you wherever you are. And with that, we hope you have a great day and a great game.